Unsheltered when the old Unsheltered when the old world crumbles, where do we find refuge? Part 1, Introduction, The House That Is Sinking. Welcome back to the channel. Let me pose a question. What would you do if the house you worked your whole life to afford was literally sinking into the ground? You have no money to fix it, no equity to borrow against, and no hope of selling it. This is the literal and metaphorical nightmare facing Willa Knox. In Barbara Kingsolver's masterful novel, Unsheltered, we follow two parallel stories set in the same location in Vineland, New Jersey, but separated by more than a century. In the 21st century, Willa Knox is a journalist watching her life collapse as her magazine goes bankrupt and her inherited home falls apart. Meanwhile, in the 1870s, Thatcher Greenwood, a science teacher, lives in that very same house, facing his own world-ending crisis, the arrival of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. When the foundations of everything you believe in, be it your home or your faith, begin to crack, is safety found in the walls around us, or in our ability to stand tall without them? Today, we explore what it means to live unsheltered in a world of radical change. Part 2. Two Timelines, The War Against Change. Kingsolver expertly weaves two eras together, showing us that while technology changes, the human struggle to adapt remains the same. A. The present, the squeezed generation. Willa's story is a searing critique of the American dream in an era of economic instability and climate change. It asks, what happens when the social shelters we were promised, pensions, healthcare, and stable housing, simply vanish? B. The past, the intellectual revolution. Thatcher Greenwood lives in the post-Civil War era, a time of intense religious dogma. As a science teacher, he is a passionate supporter of Darwinism. However, his town is run by a charismatic but narrow-minded leader who views science as a threat to social order. Thatcher's struggle to teach the truth is a mirror to our modern debates. He isn't just fighting for biology. He is fighting for the right to look at the world as it actually is, rather than how we wish it to be. His shelter of traditional belief is being demolished by the sheer weight of evidence. Part 3. The strange connection across centuries. Despite being separated by 140 years, Willa and Thatcher are living the exact same experience. The symbolism of the house. The house they both inhabit is a character in itself. Its weak foundations represent the social institutions we rely on. Kingsolver suggests that when the foundations are rotten, no amount of cosmetic repair can save the structure. Both characters must learn to navigate a life where the old rules no longer apply. The influence of Mary Treat. A brilliant touch in this novel is the inclusion of the real-life historical figure, Mary Treat. She was a pioneering botanist and a correspondent of Charles Darwin who lived in Vineland. In the 1870s timeline, she becomes Thatcher's mentor and friend. In the present day, Willa discovers Mary's legacy. Mary Treat represents the ultimate unsheltered soul, a woman who lived outside the social norms of her time, finding her refuge in nature and scientific truth. Through her, Willa finds the courage to stop mourning her lost security and start embracing a new way of existing. Part 4. Evaluation, the lesson of being unsheltered. Why is this book a vital masterpiece for our current moment? Redefining the title. Unsheltered doesn't just mean being homeless. It means being stripped of the illusions that keep us comfortable. Kingsolver suggests that we are all living in a time where the roof of our civilization, be it the environment or the economy, is leaking. But she offers a radical perspective. Sometimes you need the walls to fall down so you can finally see the sky. Literary brilliance. Kingsolver's craftsmanship is on full display here. One of the most beautiful Easter eggs in the book is that each chapter ends with a word or phrase that becomes the title and the first line of the following chapter. This creates a seamless, circular link between the past and the present, reminding us that history is a continuous conversation. A call to resilience. Unsheltered is a deeply political and social book. It confronts climate change, the healthcare crisis, and political polarization head on. But it isn't a depressing read. It is an empowering one. It teaches us that human resilience isn't about building stronger walls. It's about finding the community and the character to stand firm when the walls are gone. Part 5. Conclusion and the grand finale. The final message of the book is profound. To live unsheltered is not to perish, but to learn how to live more freely and authentically. True safety isn't found in what you own, but in who you love and how you stand against the storm. The series wrap-up. And here we are. This concludes our journey through 16 extraordinary books. We have traveled a vast distance together, from the innovative mind of Steve Jobs and the corporate greed of Enron, to the dark fantasies of Scythe, the psychic halls of the Institute, and finally, the resilient landscapes of Barbara Kingsolver's Appalachia and New Jersey. Each of these 16 books has been a key, unlocking a new world, a new perspective, and a new way of understanding what it means to be human. We've seen the heights of human genius and the depths of our shadows. Thank you so much for being part of this 16-book odyssey. Your support, your comments, and your curiosity are what drive this channel. Before we go, I want to know, which of these 16 books challenged your thinking the most? Which one changed your life? Let's celebrate our shared knowledge in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We might be finished with this series, but the next adventure is already being written. Until next time, keep reading, stay brave, and stay curious. Goodbye.